Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick, Colorado. My name is Michaela. This morning we are taking you guys through a lightly used 2018 Cimarron. This one's a 4-horse with an 18.6 Outlaw up front. It is a reverse load, so a very popular, very unique setup. They don't have a lot of these out there on the road, but when customers find them, they tend to buy them. They are just well thought out. It actually points your horse's heads on this curbside and facing backwards. Really cool setup. This one is a one-owner trailer, so they did purchase it here brand new. We've got all the original build sheets. We custom built it brand new. They took it home to Canada, rodeoed out of it till a few months ago, and they traded it in on a 5-horse Cimarron. So they stuck with the Cimarron. They loved their Cimarron. They needed some more horse space, so they just upsized by 1 horse. Still same extra large LQ up front, but they were real happy with it. Well taken care of. And then some things you guys should know before we get to the trailer and the drawings, all that good stuff, is what happens with our used trailers when we get them in. So this trailer here, being an LQ, it's gone through 2 shops. Goes through our chassis shop. They're gonna align the axles, make sure it pulls nice and straight. They're gonna check the entire trailer itself. So they're starting up top, they're checking the roof for leaks, they're working their way down, they're checking all these windows that you guys see, all the hinges, all the dividers, all the welds, the lights. They're gonna make sure all these lights work. The floor underneath. This one has air ride, so they added an air dump to it, checked all the air systems, the air lines, all that. And then it comes across to this side of the street, and they're gonna go through this house side right here. They're gonna check your AC. This one's got 2 ACs. Checking both of those, your furnace, your fridge, your cooktop, all of your appliances, all of your cabinetry, all of your interior lights, everything like that. So this trailer has been through both of those shops. It is fully serviced, is ready to hit the road this spring for those rodeos and horse shows for you guys. So let's go ahead and pull up these drawings. We'll run through these dimensions together, starting with our trailer, our Cimarron here. We are 38.6 on the floor. You have a 9-foot nose because you have your roll-up door enclosure. We're 8 foot wide, we're 7'10" tall, but with your integrated hay pod, we're actually 7'3" interior height in that stall area. And we've got an 18.6 short wall on this trailer. Taking a look inside of our 18.6 Outlaw interior, we have a queen size mattress up in the nose. We have a dual entry up into the nose. Very popular setup there. We have a hydraulic slide out with a 72-inch sofa sleeper. Then we have a 78-inch dinette sleeper. Kitchen towards the rear, full-size kitchen, extra large bathroom without a pass-through, so you have tons of extra countertop space in this one. But if you guys have any questions, you want to see these drawings texted to you, shoot me a text. My cell phone is 303-918-6367. Let's get to this trailer here. Starting at the outside, first appearance here, it's gonna look charcoal. This trailer actually is a black metallic. It is gonna register as a black trailer. Your drawings are gonna show black metallic. Back in 2018, your black metallic at Cimarron was actually more of this charcoal type appearance versus the true black that we see nowadays. But just so you guys are aware, it's gonna look charcoal. It does register as black. Right here on the outside, we've got our porch light outside of our LQ door, so you have your visibility stepping in and out of this trailer. We do have exterior speakers on this one, so you guys can play your radio or your Bluetooth outside here when you are hanging out outside this trailer. We do have exterior outlets right here, so you guys can plug in whatever you need to right here. Again, the best response I've heard so far is electric scooters. I love to hear you guys' uses, so feel free to let me know and I will incorporate that in my videos. But right now, the best one is electric scooters. Right here, you guys are gonna see a direct freshwater tank fill. We actually have 2 of them right here, side by side. So what that is that you have 2 30-gallon freshwater tanks, one under each of your dinette benches. So your direct fills for both of those 30-gallon tanks are right here on the outside. So with 2 tanks, you're gonna have 2 water pumps, but you do still have a total of 60 gallons fresh water on board of this trailer. This door right here is one of my favorite LQ doors. I really like this setup here. It's on a gas shock, so it does kind of open on its own there. And then it has this built-in screen door here. And what I really like about this screen door is the lower part here does have your screen, but then behind your screen, it has this extruded aluminum on the interior here. So for someone like me, I own 2 dogs, very small dogs, And what I see is just a good barrier to keep them in and prevent them from getting to that screen and potentially pawing or scratching it open and escaping the trailer, which is definitely what we don't want. We want them to stay in here when you're out riding your horse. So I really like that feature. It's got your sliding window right here to block off interior access when you guys are trying to prevent flies and stuff from getting in when you're hanging out outside. And then you do have just your upper screen up top here. And then this does just connect right to your LQ door right there, and now it's back one in the same. We do have a full down step climbing in here. So I'm gonna have you guys come in and step back and really take a good look at the front of this trailer. When I say dual entry, this is what I'm referring to, meaning you can get into your bed area, your nose area on either side. This is a very popular option for couples that want to get out, get down to their kitchen first thing in the morning, get to their coffee, get to their restroom middle of the night, and they don't want to have to crawl over each other. So now you can each exit your own side of the bed this way. Very popular that way. So looking up in there, you guys will see it does not have a mattress right now. That gives you guys the ability to add whatever mattress is most comfortable to you guys. This will fit a full standard queen size mattress. So you have the ability to go pick yours out from the furniture store. We do have a wardrobe up front, up in the nose. We've got those emergency exit windows each side, but also up in the nose, favored towards the front, you guys are going to see multiple different outlets and light switches. You've got light switches to control the lights in your nose. You've actually got a switch to control the speakers in your nose as well if you wanted to turn those off. You've got outlets up there, you've got USB ports, and then you have a secondary gen start and stop switch up there as well. So you can control your generator from up there. If you need to turn on in the middle of the night, you guys can do that without getting out of bed. And then at your feet here, we've got a 32-inch TV in here. You also have direct TV dish here, and then your DVD player as well. That TV is on a swivel, so you guys can pull that chain and pop it out and swivel it each way. But nice that it is conveniently located right in the center of your bed. You get that with those dual entries versus your side entry when it's kind of favored towards one corner. But now it's right in the center right there. Backside of this little center entertainment area. We've got good cabinetry up top. Looks like it comes with all those original owner's manuals, as well as the directions for those combo locks that you have on this trailer. Again, one owner, so it's really nice that you guys have all the records and all the original documents in here as well. Down below, you have your secondary direct TV satellite right here. Got our speaker controls right here. You're gonna have interior speakers and those exterior speakers that we saw. But this is what's gonna control those. Again, it does Bluetooth as well. It will play your DVD. You guys have plugins as well. You could plug something into this, but again, this will play radios and Bluetooth inside and outside. Down below, you've got a second 32-inch TV. This one's gonna face kind of your living space right here. If you wanted to watch it in the kitchen, on the sofa, or at the dinette, faces all of them. And then down below, huge cabinet space under here. Can never have too much storage, and Outlaw, I tell you guys all the time, does a phenomenal job of truly utilizing all of the storage possible and real true hardwood used within these trailers. This is not particle board. This is real true hardwood quality construction, which tell you guys these are going to be a little bit heavier than the trailers that you will find with lesser quality interior products. This one comes in weighing 18,540 pounds empty. But speaking of utilizing all storage space possible, they do have lift ups on your steps as well. You'll have it on each side of that smaller step there, left hand and right hand. Pop those open and just throw some of your smaller items in there. You can never have too much storage. Working away, we're going to go around this way. We'll finish with our control board over there at the end. But coming over here to our dinette. So I mentioned earlier when we were looking outside your fresh water, you're going to have a 30-gallon tank under each of these benches. So you guys will see we did lose the underneath the bench storage right there. You're used to seeing either doors or drawers that pull out. You do not have that under this table, but you still have your 60-gallon fresh water. You still have a dinette table right here, and you also have a sleeper. This one is extra long. So this one is going to be 78 inches long, a little bit longer than your standard 72. Really great eating space here, working remotely if you guys are working on the road now. A lot of people don't work in the office anymore. Great spot for that. Also extra countertop space when you are working in your kitchen. Really easy to utilize this, dual purpose. And again, this table will slide down into a bed as well. It's got these clamps down here. You don't even have to remove anything. You're just going to pop these clamps open, which I can show you guys. I cannot push the table down. My foot is kind of limiting me right now, but look how easy those are to pop open. You're going to push down on this tabletop. It will slide down and sit into these grooves right here. So it does set onto hardwood, and then you're going to clamp those back down because this table is spring loaded. Once you release those, it will want to help itself back up to its original position. So push it down, clamp those back shut, and then we do have an extra cushion in our walk-in closet in the bathroom that will lay over this to cover that space, but gives you an additional sleeping space here and a longer one at that. This window right here does have day and night blinds. Your entire trailer will have day and night blinds. So what that means is your first blind here is going to be your day version. You guys can see it still lets in a little bit of light, but if you were sitting here working off your computer, it's definitely going to get rid of that glare that you would see on your laptop screen. Night version, hiding up there, a little bit more of your blackout. That's really going to block a lot of that light, especially at night. You guys are parked at fairgrounds, you're parked next to another trailer, you're parked under some street lights, seen on our lot here. That's really going to block out more of that light and give you guys a good night's sleep that way. But you will see these blinds on all of your windows inside this trailer. And then all of these windows will open as well. You guys can slide this open and get a little bit of airflow through there. Nice to just get a little bit of fresh air in that way. You guys can open any of them, especially when you're cooking, kind of open those up a little bit. We guys have some lights up here. These can be controlled independently. And then underneath our table, we also have an outlet. So when you are working remotely off of this table, you guys can plug in your laptop down there. Up top, more storage. Kind of makes up for it when you guys did lose that storage underneath your benches. There is no center partition, so this thing opens all the way up inside of there. So if you guys are using these dual sleeping areas, great spot to store sheets and pillows and bedding up there. Get it up out of the way. Coming back this way, you're going to come to your fridge right here. This one is your 6.0 fridge freezer combination because it has your furnace underneath it. So you guys will see your furnace and your ducts down there. It is ducted furnace, ducted heat down there. So you do have the 6.0 because of that being down there and having a little cabinetry up here. Don't quite get the full 8.0 in there, but you guys did get some more storage space in there. And you guys will see that this is still a great size space to store all of your cold items. Does work on battery as well as propane or being plugged in with your gen. Right now we got our gen running. You can also plug into shore power. This one will be 50 amp service because of your 2 AC units. This one back here is our secondary one. To the right of that, we got some pantry space in here. I love the idea of having pantry space inside of these trailers, especially these bigger ones. When you have the extra space, might as well. The shelves are a great storage option for your smaller items, and a lot of your kitchen appliances stick in there as well. Over here on this wall, you guys are going to find our thermostat for your, again, dual AC units or your furnace right there. Down below, you guys can see your tank levels or your battery levels. You guys have your water pumps, again, 2 pumps because of your 2 different tanks, as well as turning on your heater right there. Step back into the bathroom and come back to our kitchen. Have a pocket door right here, so you guys have privacy. Now coming back in here, we'll start here and work our way around. I love this shower. We're actually talking about it before this video started. It is a standard size at the 34 radius shower, but due to the color and the tile texture, it's not tile, it's just kind of their material here, but the way it looks, I think makes it seem a lot bigger in here. And I really liked kind of the shape back here and getting these 2 little shelves in here. You guys are also going to have your skylight above. Again, I am 6 feet tall, So this is about what you're getting. Again, this trailer is 710, so you have a 710 interior in here, plus that skylight. I'm 6 foot and the top of my pointer is barely reaching that skylight. So good head clearance in here, and your shower head is removable, so you guys can take this and really get it up here to wash off from the top to the bottom very easily. You do have a light inside of your shower. Kind of helps because it is a little bit darker in here. And then you do have your shower doors on that magnet. Get that closed up there. Now, a walk-in closet. This one has a real full-size door. It is a true walk-in closet. You guys can step inside of this one. Look how big this one is. Dual rod, so you have hanging space high and low, goes way back in there. You guys can really utilize some storage space behind it too because of the size and the angle. You can get real deep back into that corner and store some stuff behind your hanging rods. Look, I fit all the way in here. And then your cushion right here when you do turn those extra sleeping spaces into actual sleeping spaces. You have that cushion right there for your dinette. Now I mentioned no pass-through on this one, so you guys are losing the accessibility to your stall area, but you are gaining a huge bathroom vanity right here. You really get a lot of extra counter space. We do get the double door medicine cabinet here. I walked through some trailers, some LQs with a customer yesterday, and she really did pick up on the fact that the ones that had the double door were a lot bigger, a lot more storage, a lot easier to access than that one full swing, made it a little bit smaller. So she really did like that size there. Lights up top, and then behind you guys have 3 different shelves here, and they all have a lip to them. So whatever you stick down in here, toothbrushes, deodorant, face washes, body spray, it is going to stay within that. It's not going to jump out at you when you open these doors after travel. And then you do get 2 really large mirrors on this one. Down below, your outlets right here. You need to plug in your razor, your hair dryer, straightener right there. We do have the vessel sink, so the kind that sets up on top of the counter. I really like the stone on this one. You guys can hear it, that is stone. It's beautiful. I like the hardware finishes that come along with it. Extra counter space again due to that lack of pass-through. Got our towel rod hanger right here. And then we've got drawers right here. Again, I just like to open these in my videos and show you guys because they're not open in the photos. So you guys can see exactly how much space you're getting, exactly how far they pull out, how deep they are, and that everything works because it's gone through our shop. They are so detailed that even if like a little bit of like your cabinetry hardware was loose, they go through and tighten all of those things as well. Access to your water pump right there, toilet paper here, and then extra storage on top. Your furnace ductwork coming out right there. Toilet right here. Behind your toilet, I really like this door right here. This is a good laundry hamper right here. So you guys could throw a bag in there, kind of like one of those softer rectangular storage trays right there. And this could be your laundry hamper. Throw all your dirty clothes in there and worry about it later. And then up top, you're gonna have your linen shelves right here. You guys, we already saw that huge walk-in closet. So here you're getting more of that shelving. These are fully adjustable. You guys can change the heights right there. Very deep, goes way back in there. You guys have taller items. You guys can sort these out and make sure it works for your needs. And then we do have a power vent back here, getting some air moving and some ventilation back here. Work our way back out, back to this kitchen right here. Now we're out to the other side of our kitchen. We do have a full-size kitchen sink underneath here. Really good size there. It is deep and it is long. You guys can see how big it is with my clipboard right there. That's a good size. Again, matching hardware right here to our bathroom sink. We do have the cover here, so it acts as additional countertop space when not in use. A little bit of a window back behind there. We do have a light right here, so I've got that on, but there's your switch for that guy right there. And then countertop space, we have a recessed cooktop on this one. So right now you do have flush countertop space. And then from right here behind you have the dinette for extra countertop space if you needed more. But then this guy, you can just flip it up. You don't have to remove it all the way. Flip it up right there. You have 2 cooktop burners right here. Recessed, so you are a little bit limiting on your pot and pan size. Keep that in mind. If you're not using extra large pots and pans, this is great because of the extra countertop space you gain with this setup. Works off of your propane. Up above, microwave convection oven. So this one does both. You can see how large it is. Again, this will have been fully serviced as well. Extra cabinetry up high. Extra cabinetry right next door. This one does have the outlet in it for your microwave. Has a secondary outlet right there you can utilize. With a shelf down the middle. Down below, we'll open all these up for you guys as well. All of your kitchen drawers. You guys can see they all work. They get a little bit deeper as they go. Slide out trash can on this one. And then some more shelving cabinetry right there as well. Working your way back through, again, this 18.6 short wall right here. That's referring to this length on this side here. This is a very large trailer. This one is our hydraulic slide out. So a lot of people have been looking for the hydraulic slide outs just due to their reputation of being a little bit more beefy, a little bit more heavy duty, but keep in mind it does have that larger footprint due to more framework. So you're not going to see these hydraulic slide outs on the really small trailers, mostly these bigger guys. 72-inch sofa sleeper right here. So this will fold down, kind of like a futon, down into your mattress right there. I'm 6 foot tall, mentioned that in the shower. So you guys will see, we'll go just straight. Plenty of room straight. If you guys are in a pinch, you need to sleep 2 side by side, that's not a problem. Of course, you can always go diagonal as well, but plenty of space in here. A little bit of a shelf right behind it. Great spot for your Apple Watches and your cell phones to charge right there, having that outlet and a USB plug. And then very easy to put this away as well. You're gonna pick up on this end and then pull on this end right here. A little harder to do with my foot. Try not to put weight on that guy too much, but still easy with 1 foot. Windows all the way around. Again, they're all open. They all have those day and night blinds. Extra lights up here that also work independently. You'll have those in the nose and over the dinette as well. And then extra cabinetry up high. These open independently. There's no partition in between though. So you have this full length right here. And I want to point out that this sofa right here is a floor level sofa. So you guys will see it looks flush with the floor. There is no, it's not like set up into your slide. You guys will see those two differences in trailers. I like this appearance, kind of just for aesthetics. I think it looks really nice that it looks more seamlessly part of the living quarters when it appears to be sitting on the floor versus up into your slide out. I think that kind of blocks it up just a little bit. And then you gain some extra storage right there with having it favored forwards and floor level. So quick recap, 18.6 all the way back, 2 sleeping areas, 2 ACs, ducted furnace as well, 2 TVs, AM, FM radio. We've got satellite on this trailer. And then we'll come right here to our control board and take a look at what we got. This trailer does not have an awning. It had an awning. An awning can still be added, and it would be electric if you were to add one. Hydraulic room, slide in and out right here. And our generator right now, I've got that one running. This switch right here does not control the generator. That controls the fuel tank gauge right there. You guys can see how many hours, 466.1. And then we're just gonna turn it off. But you guys, you can't hear it in here. The only time you can hear your gen running is when you're at the back tack. But I can't hear it in here, and I can't hear it when I'm hanging out outside this living quarters either. That is your true Outlaw conversion, real hardwood. Great quality interiors. They really hold up. Don't get warranties on used, but no matter when you own an Outlaw in your lifetime, they do have 24/7 customer tech support. You guys, you can call them at any time. Give them the last 5 or 6 of your VIN, and they can help you troubleshoot anything. Now, way back at the beginning, I mentioned reverse load on that trailer. on this trailer. So right now we are actually looking at the head side of this trailer. Your horse's heads are on curbside and they're facing the rear. So these are our drop down windows on our head side with mangers underneath. We've got mangers on all 4 stalls. So your first 3 right here are all gonna be connected. You guys can take a peek inside there. You're not gonna find any walls or partitions. It's wide open. Just your wheel well within here, but really great storage down below. Perfect, it holds up your grain bags really well. So I always used this as a mobile feed room. You guys can fit your pitchforks in there, you can fit brooms, you can fit buckets, and you can fit all kinds of more of your dirty storage within there. And then again, you do have your drop down windows on the head side. So these will drop all the way down. They do pop into that socket, so you can travel down the road with these guys open. If you need to drop down your jail bars, you're stopped at a truck stop fueling up, want to offer your horses some water, you can very easily drop those. I always recommend keeping a step stool in your mangers right there, so you guys can pull it out and step on it and offer them water. I can't not tell you how many times I've forgotten that and tried to lift buckets in here and spilled the water all over myself, especially when you're on air ride right here. It lifts it up about 4 more inches. So you're gonna wanna have something to get up in here with. But now you can check on them. You can fill these mangers right here, offer them some more hay, water. Put those jail bars back up before you go down the road. Keep their heads in, keep them nice and safe. If you don't want these dropped all the way down, you don't need that much ventilation. You have your sliding bus window within this drop down window, so you can just pop that open for a little bit. When you do shut these, make sure you slam them. Make sure you put all of your pressure at the latch. So just make sure when you slam it shut, you put it right there. These are very airtight seals. You guys will notice on all of our, even your manger doors. You want to slam those too. They're gonna have this rubber seal all the way around all of these. Very airtight. They're meant to push that air out and make a really good seal shut. That's why we say slam them. They're designed and built for horse people. Give them a good shove. So down below, we are gonna see a triple axle. Let me just confirm one thing before I tell you guys the wrong thing. 8,000 pound Dexter Airflex axles on this one. So you guys are gonna have your GVWR of 24,000 pounds, and then remember that empty weight was 18,540. These are the Alcoa wheels, and then again, air ride suspension. So you guys, right now we have it turned on. It has its own, it's a very independent system. It's got its own onboard compressor and it's auto leveling. So when you load your horses, your tack, your equipment, your water, your anything inside the LQ, on this trailer, you're gonna hear it probably kick on. It's just gonna, again, adjust and fill, auto level these axles right here. Being a triple, one thing that we do specific here at Transwest is we add an air dump to our triples. This one's gonna have it on the front axle. And what's really cool is that, again, I'm not hooked up to a truck right now. I can do that right here in the palm of my hand. You're gonna get 2 of these key fobs with an on and an off. And all you're gonna do is push the on button. You guys, maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't, but right now it is taking air out of this axle. So it's not gonna lift up off the ground. If you guys can see in the camera, sometimes you can see this gap closing a little bit. You can see the tire bulge a little bit less because it's taking all the weight off of this one. So again, this tire's not gonna spin. It's not gonna completely come off the ground, but right now it's taking all the air away, which means all of your weight are on these 2 axles back here, which now gives you guys the ability to, in a parking lot like this, where it's pavement, it is now getting the sunshine, it's heating up, it's gonna grab these tires. When you go to make a turn, you can turn this trailer like a tandem. When you turn triples without this air dump, it really tweaks on your axles. You guys are gonna wanna bring them back in and get in alignment. We've had trailers come in, customers say, we keep blowing tires, we don't know what's going on. They didn't have an air dump system. They were tweaking their axles and they continued to blow tires because of that. Get in alignment, get an air dump here at Transwest, and now you can turn these trailers. We recommend it even in dirt lots because what it does, it gives you the ability again to turn on those tandems back there, just right here. And then once you're done turning, before you hit the road, you're just wanna push off. It's gonna put air back to this axle now. That way, if you guys are driving down the road nice and straight and you hit the brakes, you're not gonna flatten that tire right there. And I will show you guys once we get to the other side of the trailer, there is an indicator light. There's also a light on your fob as well. so you guys will know when the system is on and off. Make sure to either put it in a glove box, put it stowed away. Probably don't leave it in your cup holder in case you accidentally hit that button. Our escape door right here also has a drop window in it. It also has a manger, so you also have manger storage on your door here. Again, this is now your first slant, your first stall. So you have your typical escape door with a manger right here on your stud stall. Different setup, but the concept behind this is now your horse's heads are on curbside, so they're not going to get the traffic of the semis blowing by and the potential of rocks and debris blowing in their faces. And their heads are also towards the rear, which means their hips are now towards the front, which means when you slam on your brakes and gravity goes that way, they're putting weight on their hips versus on their front end. All right, working our way back here, full width rear tack on this one. Regardless of how you design the rear tacks, the rear tack alone is my favorite. You just get so much more storage. And now think about where it's located. You guys have the accessibility to tie up on either side and easily get to your horses with your tack being centrally located. Starting at the door, we do still have the one full swing right here. We do have our sliding bus window right there. So you guys have the ventilation within your tack room. Swing out saddle racks right here. You're gonna get 4 of them on a gas shock right there. You guys can see they're very well spaced apart. You guys can fit way more than 4 pads on here. I run all my pads with liners, so I very easily have at least 2 on each one. Plenty of room to store a bunch of pads on there. And then down below, the brush tray, we all know and love. Very deep, very wide. Got those different compartments in there. Got drain holes for you as well. Great spot for all those smaller items. Keep them contained right there. Did fully carpet all the walls and then the door in your rear tack here. Swing out saddle rack, also on a gas shock. You've got 4 of them right here. So this is a 4-horse slant load. These are going to be those older style saddle racks. You guys can see they have the same look to them. They have the same shape. It is still going to get up in the gullet of your saddle right there. My trailer, when I bought it, it came with these, but before I took it home, I traded out for those newer carpeted saddle racks. So you guys know that is an option. You can do that. These also work great. So if you want to stick with these are still fully adjustable, just like those other ones. You guys can slide these up and down wherever you want. Also just pull them all the way off and add those ones if you want to as well. Very easy, very versatile. Have a fold down step climbing up in and out of here. So when you do need to get up in here and you want to get to your bridles, you guys have the fold down step. While you guys are down there, it is rubber floor mat on the floor. So it's a good protectant versus having it carpeted down there. Super easy to just sweep it out or blow it out. We are also looking at our shore power cord that comes with this trailer, 50 amp service. So you have that 50 amp power cord right there. Up on our partition wall, full of bridle hooks, 2 rows high and low, tons of hanging space right there. Again, fully carpeted, all of this. So good protectant for those bridles, halters, headstalls, bits, conchos, Chicago screws, all that stuff. Protecting your tack, but protecting your trailer and keeping it really quiet for the horses on the other side of this wall that would otherwise hear metal on metal contact banging around right there. They can ride a lot quieter. Over here, 2 of those shelves with that 2-inch lip. They have the rubber mat in the bottom. But you guys are gonna have 2 extra long ones right there. So really good storage space up off the floor. Keep all of your items over there. I've got one in mine. Let's see, it's got a bunch of cinches in it. It's got some ropes in it, extra headstalls when I run out of hanging space. All kinds of stuff that you can throw in there and it doesn't slide out because of that lip. Down below right here, this is gonna be the backside of our generator fuel tank. You guys fills from the outside, but this is what that is. And then over here underneath these shelves, really good spot for extra storage. I see they've got like a door organizer over there. So that's a good option there. You could also maybe build in some other shelves. You could throw a tack trunk over there as well. I know I've got that rolling Home Depot one in mine, so that would fit really well over there. But nice to have some floor space versus just all of your hanging and shelving space. And then over here, over on this side, they've got 1 hook right here as well as another little hanging organizer item. Again, you guys can really use these how you want them. Just remember your saddle racks do swing into right here just a little bit. And then we do have 1 16-inch OptiBrite LED right there. It's not an OptiBrite, it's just an LED, but gives you some visibility within this tack. As you step out, you guys will notice we do have the 2 pedestal lights on each corner, so now you have the visibility out here as well. This easy angle ladder right here will lead up to your integrated hay pod, as well as that deck back there, and then your generator. So you have an Onan 7.0 gas generator up there. See that exhaust pipe right there? It's enclosed in that box. You also have your hay pod back in there. It's built into the roof line, gives you guys really good storage in there, even if it's not for hay. If you don't have a tractor to get hay up in there, you guys just need to haul stuff up the ladder. You can still get some lighter items up in there. I always kept like camping chairs and stuff up there. And then the deck behind it is really nice if you want to strap some stuff down back there. Good spot for wheelbarrows too. You can flip them over and strap them down up there. And then your easy angle ladder. So much easier to climb up at this angle versus straight up and down. Really easy to use as well. Slides in and out super easily. And then it just sets down into these rubber sockets right here. Now it's stored away. Got all of our light switches right here. So we've got lights, LEDs on each side. We've got our pedestals. We've got lights in our tack room. We've got lights in our stall area. And it looks like there's a light up there as well. Just talked about that generator fuel tank. Exterior fill is right here. Again, Onan 7.0 gas generator. So you guys can just roll through a truck stop or a gas station and fill up right there. I actually seen a post on Facebook the other day of a person that was hauling an LQ like this, and they had their truck up there and their truck was filling at one pump and their trailer was the perfect length where they were filling their generator at the other pump at the same time. So make it work for you guys. Figure it out. It's nice having it right there. So now we are looking at the tail side, a little bit backwards, but you still have drops on your hip side right here. So a lot of our customers that are gonna rodeo across the country, they're gonna get into the southern states, they're gonna get into those hot, humid states. Really good airflow when you can drop these all the way down and just get air moving throughout this trailer. Great on these Cimarrons that their roofs are always insulated, so you do have that factor. And all of your Norstars, which are your horse trailer models, the walls are also lined and insulated. And then underneath your floor here, you have an aluminum floor. It's got V-shaped trusses every 4 inches, so tons of great floor support. This one's got rubber mats inside. Speaking of insulation, if you want to remove those and add worm flooring is a great added insulation as well, which gives you then a fully insulated stall area on these Cimarrons. We've got one light up above because we have tie rings on both sides. You guys can tie up on either side, and you'll have that light over each tie ring, over each side of your tie rings. Right here is now the entrance into your stall area. So when you're loading and unloading your horses, now we've finally made it to that point. This ramp right here is actually 68 inches wide. Looks like they added a little bit of length, which then just tells me it could give your less confident horses a little bit more accessibility and ease getting in and out versus having the more narrow one. Now, if they come off at a little bit of an angle while they're learning, this gives them a little bit more confidence because there's more support under them this way. But you'll load in and out right here. All of yours are padded dividers. So pop this one open. You guys can see it's gonna hit right here. So still, when you have your real confident rodeo and show horses, this is good amount of space right here. If you have horses that are less confident, this is actually a breakover divider. So you can pop both of these AR latches and it will now break in half and give you all kinds of room getting in and out of here. So it really opens it up for you. All of them are padded. All of them are also our bar type. We call this bar type. A lot of people refer to it as airflow, which, because it does give you airflow. On our spec sheets, they will say bar type. But you have that at your shoulders. You also have that on your head grills, which are going to be in between your mangers. Front stall right here is your stud wall, which we did check out when we were at that escape door, which is going to be right here. So you have a manger there. You've got 2 tie rings per stall as well. So even in your first stall, you've got 2 tie rings. You've got your airflow or your bar type head grills and shoulder, over your shoulder as well. Nice having the stud wall, even if you don't have a stud or a mare that kicks or an unhappy gelding. It's always good Again, extra storage. Since you guys can access it from the exterior right there, it's a good spot for maybe extra hay or shavings or grain if you don't want to throw it up in your pod. You're not going very far. You're only going a couple days. You're only taking 2 or 3 horses. However you need to use it. Lots of options with these trailers. Again, you'll have regular mangers at all 3 of these ones. 2 tie rings, your drop down windows right here. And then when you are building a trailer, if you guys want to make these solid, you can make these solid. You can also make these solid. This one's just set up with that extra airflow right there. Lined and insulated walls and ceiling. Because you have an integrated hay pod, you do not get roof fence in this one, as your hay pod is up there. But you have your insulated roof, you have drops, you have airflow, and you have drops over here as well. And then we do have the OptiBrite LED, 1 over each stall. So you can have all 4 in this guy. Lights up like a city, and I can really appreciate that. I use mine at home as kind of like a mobile tack room. It's really nice. I mean, now we got daylight savings, so it's light till later, but earlier in the year when you didn't have that and you got home, they really lights up so well. As we exit, we've got a little bit of a head bumper right here I wanted to point out. If you do have a horse that likes to elevate as they back out, especially when they're not as confident with this setup, good extra safety feature right there. Secondary safety feature is this butt strap right here. If you guys do have a horse that anticipates and wants to exit as soon as you open this door, now this gives you the chance to crawl under here, get in, untie them, and then drop this when you're ready for them to leave. I've got a horse that does that, so I definitely appreciate that right there. Go ahead and close this. Very light. You can do that ramp with one hand as well. That's going to be side load entrance right there. Working our way forward, I wanted to close that so you guys could see right here we have our city water connection. So at the beginning of the video we saw our freshwater filled straight into those 2 30-gallon tanks. This is when you have full hookups, your on-demand water will just connect right there. Backside of your bathroom and kitchen ventilation right here, kitchen window right there. Backside of our hydraulic slide out. It has an awning over it. That's just an awning for the slide out to prevent anything from getting in over top of it right there. And then our shore power plug-in is right here. So again, this is 50 amp service because of having your 2 AC units on this one. Being an 18.6, we typically will start doing 2 ACs, anything really over like 17 on our short wall. And then back to our air dump. I mentioned that marker light, that indicator light. You guys think about sitting up there in your truck, looking in your side view mirror, you're gonna see this light. When you turn this on, it will actually flash. That's telling you guys, hey, it's on. Don't go driving down the highway and hit your brakes. Turn it back off, and that will turn off. So keep this somewhere safe. I have my 7-pin plugged into this battery. Just wanted to show off our marker lights on this guy. Flip that off so we don't have to listen to that. But this is going to be under our enclosed nose right here. So we have that sliding door right there, just a good protectant for everything that you have going on under there. Keep in mind when you have this feature, you do have that 9-foot nose versus the 8.2. Starting over here, working our way around, this is going to be our air ride system. I told you it's all on board compressor, auto leveling, all that. All you have to worry about is that on-off switch and a raise and a lower. When you're done, you turn it off, turn it to lower, which is going to face up. It is going to mostly push most of the air out of this system, which is fine when you're going to travel day to day, stop for food, stop for a lesson, a horse show, rodeo, something like that. Don't worry about it. When you're going to park it for a little bit, you do want to finish draining it out, which is just, you're just going to pull this straight towards you. You guys can watch that gauge right there. Now our system is air free, so we did just drop that trailer back down. So it did drop down about 4 inches. So if you do have a horse that maybe doesn't want to load on that steep ramp, you guys can do that. But the main point there to point that out is because if you do leave a little bit of air in your lines, it gets cold, gets hot, causes condensation, and now you have water in your lines. So important to point that out and keep that in mind. Up here we have a big aluminum battery tray, with 4 batteries in it. So lots of battery power on this trailer. They do charge when you have shore power plugged in or your gen running. And then back here behind this box is going to be your 30-pound propane tanks. Nice to have storage for them there. We do have dual electric over hydraulic jacks. And then, before I misquote you again, we do have electric over hydraulic disc brakes on this one as well. So that's what you're seeing right here is our hydraulic pump, all our hydraulic lines. Our hydraulic fluid is up in that container right there. Dual electric over hydraulic jacks have a manual override. And then your battery disconnect switch, your bypass is right there. That was a big trailer. That was a lot to cover. Quick recap, 2018 Cimarron, black sheeting, fully serviced through our shop, house and chassis. This one is ready to hit the road. It's your reverse load. It is an 18.6 short wall, so we're looking at 38.6 on the floor, plus our 9-foot nose. If you guys have any questions, this is my customer that traded it in. I know a lot about this one. I would love to help you guys out. Again, you can call or text. That is my personal cell phone, 303-918-6367. If you want to email, I can email over all of these build sheets for you. It's Michaela.Hall@transwest.com. And to reference our stock number, when you guys call, text, or email in, 5U240-261. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.